You ever watch a single whistle change the whole story of a game? Tonight's one sounded like an argument you couldn't ignore. A forward progress whistle that erased what looked like a textbook fumble on a 4th and 1 and instantly turned momentum into outrage. Giants defender Kayvon Thibodeaux ripped the ball out of Jalen Hurts' hands. The crowd saw turnover. The replay looked clear. The referees saw forward progress. Sounds like some bulls, to me. Thibodeaux said afterward, and that sentence landed like a mic drop in a stadium already buzzing about the Eagles' Tush Push. ESPN.com hears the skinny. On a critical short yardage play, Hurts powered forward on the Eagles' signature shove the QB run. Thibodeaux peeled through and appeared to strip the ball while Hurts was still driving. The officials blew the whistle, ruled Hurts' forward progress stopped before the strip, and the Giants' challenge failed. 2 plays later, the Eagles scored and the game flipped. Coaches, players, and fans saw the same clip and asked the same question. How did that whistle beat the hit? Yahoo Tetao. If you follow this tug-of-war between rules and reality, none of this is new. The Tush Push, a mass forward shove designed to muscle a QB across the line, has been a thorn in the league's side for years. Teams, analysts, and even owners have debated banning it. Officials have been asked to call it tight. Yet every time the play is run, the game seems to test the rulebook in real time. Missed false starts, timing gray areas, and plays where whistles land like grenades. This isn't the first time Philly's short yardage tactic has triggered howls about officiating. CBS Sports Now lets be honest about the rules. Forward progress is a real thing. The whistle exists to protect players from unnecessary contact when progress stalls. But what happens when the whistle happens milliseconds after a defender takes the ball? That timing problem, human reaction versus the live, messy physics of football, is the heart of tonight's fury. It's not just a bad call on a highlight reel. It's a structural mismatch between how the play unfolds and how it's governed. Every minute you stare at that clip, the more you feel the tension between the spirit of the rule, safety, fairness, and its execution, instantaneous, imperfect. ESPN.com. Let's pull back for a second and talk consequences. The whistle cost the Giants a critical turnover opportunity on 4th down. It cost energy, it cost field position, and worse, it cost belief. Brian Daboll challenged the call, lost the challenge, and saw the Eagles convert momentum into points 2 plays later. That scoring drive didn't just change the scoreboard, it shifted the narrative of the night and the locker room temperature for New York. When refs make the call that decisive, the ripples show up in coaches' faces, players' interviews, social feeds, and yes, future headlines. Yahoo Tetao. And about that owner's vote you've heard whispers of? This controversy isn't happening in a vacuum. The league nearly banned the Tush Push at the spring owners' meeting. The proposal fell just short of the supermajority it needed. That narrow miss didn't settle anything. It amplified debate. Some owners still push for another vote, others want more data or to let the game self-correct. The point is simple. Tonight's whistle doesn't just rile fans, it keeps this whole ban or don't ban debate alive. AP News. So what's the real issue here? Referees, rules, or the play itself? It's all 3. Officials are asked to make split-second calls on plays that were designed to confuse split-second judgments. The rulebook's language can't perfectly map to live chaos, and the Tush Push by design exploits the blur between a QB's momentum and a defender's strip. Until the league either changes the play's legality or refines how it's officiated, we'll keep seeing these moments. High stakes, instant recrimination, and the public wondering whether the game is being decided on the field or by an invisible stopwatch in the ref's head. CBS Sports. Let me be blunt. Anger is expected. Players get robbed of turnovers, coaches lose challenges that feel obvious on replay, fans see an outcome that clacks differently in practice than on the scoreboard. But blaming the whistle alone misses the bigger lesson. The rules are showing their seams. Either you make the rule simpler and clearer, ban the play, change how forward progress is defined, or allow more replay review flexibility, or you accept that plays like tonight will keep producing ambiguous, heated moments. The league has the data and the authority to fix this. Will it choose to act? That's the next drama. AP News. Here's the twist nobody wants. Even if the NFL bans the Tush Push tomorrow, tonight's call still stings. Sports don't live in policy memos. They live in the memory of a whistle, the feel of a locker room 2 minutes after reversal, the voice of a linebacker telling you exactly what he thinks. Rules can change, but this kind of visceral controversy, the kind that turns fans into activists and owners into lawmakers, is what forces change. Expect more meetings, more owner votes, and more clips like this that make people pick sides. Newsweek, if you want to know what to watch next week, watch how refs manage short yardage plays, how coaches adjust 4th-and-1 calls, and whether the NFL publicly clarifies forward progress reviewability. Also watch the players. Their next reaction will tell you whether tonight is a blip or a turning point. Because if a single whistle can rewrite the ending of a game, that whistle deserves the last word. And maybe, after enough of them, a rule book that keeps up. Closing line, in a sport measured in inches, tonight a half-beat whistle moved the league in miles, and everyone now wants to know which direction it's headed.